the whole 2021 team, the Super Bowl champion Las Vegas Raiders, and every single member associated with the team. Beginning with all these various connections to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and to the Chargers and the Rams, the two tenants of the SoFi Stadium. Rod Marinelli was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach from 1996 to 2001. Buccaneers head coach during that time. It is Greg Olson as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. He was also offensive coordinator of the Rams. He was a quarterback coach for the Rams in 2018. Many of these guys were coaches with John Gruden. Richard Bisaccia was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during their Super Bowl championship from 2002 up to 2010, 2011. And he was with the Chargers in San Diego for 2 years, and then he was with the LA Chargers. No, he wasn't with the LA Chargers. He was with the San Diego Chargers. He was with that franchise nonetheless. It is Gus Bradley, that was the LA Chargers defensive coordinator for 4 years, and he can win the Super Bowl at the stadium of the Chargers. He was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with John Gruden from 2006 to 2008. And starting with the players, Casey Hayward was with the Chargers from 2016 to 2020. Former Chargers player gets the win at the stadium of the Chargers. Denzel Perryman, Chargers 2015, 2020. Practice squad players, Brandon Faceyson, LA Chargers 2018-21. He's with the Raiders on the practice squad. Daniel Helm, LA Chargers 2019. Tampa Bay Buccaneers working his way through the franchises and now with the Raiders. And Ryan Nassib, Tampa Bay Buccaneers player 2018-2019. Gets a face-off against Bruce Arians. Is with the Vegas Raiders. Gerald McCoy, defensive tackle, like the gematria of LA, round 1, pick 3. With the Buccaneers from 2010 to 2018, Gerald McCoy. Peyton Barber was with the Buccaneers from 2016 to 2019. He's on the Raiders. Cory Liddleton, he was with the Rams. He gets to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl after losing the Super Bowl in his last game with the Rams in 2019 over at Georgia. He's with Vegas. He wins at the Rams Stadium. Quentin Jefferson, Los Angeles Rams 2017. Yannick Ngakoue was born at Washington, D.C., which the Raiders won their last championship against the Washington Redskins, and the Redskins were the whole team. The emails with Bruce Allen was what caused John Gruden to resign. UCLA players to win the Super Bowl at L.A. Kolton Miller, offensive tackle, UCLA, big time, with Vegas, big time. Pick number 15, UCLA. He wins the championship back at home, number 74, to send Tom Brady to 7-4 in the Super Bowl. Andre James, the center, the replacement for new Cardinals center. What you call that, Tank? Oh my God, man. He is out with injury right now. Rodney Hudson, his replacement is number 68. He played with UCLA. He wins the Super Bowl back at home. And Solomon Thomas, Super Bowl experience with the 49ers. He wins. He wins with the Vegas Raiders. KJ Wright, Seattle Seahawks. Gus Bradley, KJ Wright gets to win a second Super Bowl. He's got Super Bowl experience. Going through the entire team. The Las Vegas Raiders has gematria 76. 76 in the calculator gives you the gematria of revenge and also the gematria of Thomas Brady. Because obviously Thomas Brady is going to face off against the Las Vegas Raiders by gematria of 76. Jonathan Abram is going to beat the Buccaneers. By the way, the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl at the stadium of the Rams because the Raiders are LA's real team. Jonathan is championship 91-37. Buccaneers championship 91-37. The Raiders would win the Super Bowl for the first time in 38 years. Just win, baby. Quentin Jefferson, Minnesota, first Super Bowl. Marcus Allen is championship 38. Winner, Colorado, San Diego, where the Raiders lost the Super Bowl. They're not going to win that year. Instead, they're going to win 38 years later. And Tom Brady is going to be 7-4 in the Super Bowl. Because Raiders is championship 74. Josh Jacobs, Joshua 74. Nagakal, who they got from the Baltimore Ravens, is championship 74. Bryan Edwards 74. Desmond Trufant, Desmond is championship 74. If Desmond Trufant played in Super Bowl 51, what could have been? I could have beat Tom Brady. I was hurt. My team blew a lead. Josh Jacobs, Inglewood, California. And Inglewood is gematria of Jacobs. Brady is also the gematria of Inglewood and Jacobs. Notice how Brady's gematria 23. Brady is 23. Las Vegas is 23. Former Buccaneers defensive tackle Gerald McCoy is gematria 23. It's Derek Carr that's going to face off against the GOAT Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Derek is gematria 25. Tampa Bay is gematria 25. Kenyon Drake. Kenyon is championship 25. Cory Liddleton of the Rams and now the Raiders. Cory is championship 25. Alec Ingold, the fullback. Ingold is championship 61. Jalen Richard Bisaccia. Richard is championship 61. And 61 is Las Vegas Raiders. 61 prior years before the 62nd season for the Raiders. Vegas Raiders by itself is gematria of 56, and this is all commemoration for the coronavirus at Vegas with the tourism industry, and they're back. Vegas strong. The shooting that happened over at the Mandalay Bay. Take a look at the crown. The crown is gematria 43. KJ Wright is gematria 43. Champion is 43. How about the LA Rams hosting the Super Bowl? Davis, LA Rams, Nassib is championship 64-19. We've got Tom Brady losing the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's going to be 6-2 against the Vegas Raiders. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Arians, Mason, Max Crosby is championship 62. The LA Chargers is 62. Gerald McCoy Jr. played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to beat the Buccaneers in this Super Bowl. Cory Liddleton is also championship 62. All these 62 connections relate to the fact that it's these guys are going to beat the Buccaneers at the stadium of the LA Chargers. And Kenyon Drake, his full name as gematria of Los Angeles. Darren Waller, who they got from the Baltimore Ravens. The season began against the Ravens. Darren Waller, championship, Super Bowl of gematria 131. He was already with the Raiders, but he got the point. Ryan Nassib has gematria Super Bowl. How about Jonathan Abram? Alex Leatherwood having gematria Inglewood, California. Inglewood, California has gematria Richard Bisaccia in Dynasty, and then John Gruden. It is the Raiders that are the next dynasty. John Gruden, Max Crosby, New England, Hunter Renfrow. Renfrow is gematria 45. Ruggs III has gematria of New England, and Inglewood CA gematria of 54. The Raiders are at its worst point right after the Bears game. It is at its best point when the Raiders beat the Bucs. Bucs is gematria 45. Bucs is gematria 45. Daniel Carlson. Daniel is 45. Carrier is gematria 45. The Raiders are going to be 4-2 in the Super Bowl. Gus Bradley 42. Special teams coach Richard Bisaccia. Special teams is gematria 42. Alex Leatherwood. Alex is 42-15. He would defeat the Tampa over at the stadium of the Rams. You've got offensive coordinator Greg Olson. Kenyon Drake having gematria title. Denzel Perryman, the former player of the Chargers. Denzel, Corona, Crown, title. Denzel Perryman, Hunter Renfrow is gematria 77, Book of Revelation. Is there going to be a big punt return? Is there going to be a game-winning drive by Derek Carr? Is there going to be a slaughter of Tom Brady? Solomon Thomas, Bryan Edwards, Marcus Mariota, and the Raiders, and Matt Dickerson, showing you how it's all synced up for players to sign with the team. Bryan Edwards, Kolton Miller beat the Bucs. On the 13th day of February, the special one's going to win. Derek Dallas Carr, the Oakland Raiders, after the scandal with the Redskins. Its first Super Bowl on 13-2. Its first title since beating the Redskins. Mark Davis, Jamachip Tom Brady, Quinton Jefferson, champions, the city of Inglewood. How about Crown? If the Raiders get home field, their 28th win is in the Super Bowl. Crown, Trufant, Crosby, Greg, Barber, have Jamachip 28. It's all synced up for this to happen. It absolutely will. All the players with connections to UCLA, to the Tenants, the Rams, and the Chargers, and connections to the Buccaneers. It's clear as day that in the 62nd season overall, after 61 prior years, this is when the dynasty begins. After 51 prior seasons, facing off against Tampa over at the Stadium of the Rams, the 52nd season in the coming prophecy of the Vegas Raiders dynasty, it's clear. It's clear that the Raiders will win the championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, for Tom Brady to be 7-4 in the Super Bowl because of 74 being the God number, and the Raiders in San Diego and all the 38s could be referenced.